Hello, friends. You have stepped into the confidence zone. I am your host, Susan Axelrod, the confidence coach. Welcome to my live. I am delighted today to have a guest with me in the confidence zone. Dr. Brook Sheehan, the body whisperer, is one of
Woo!
my woohoo is one of my fellow influencers in the Cornelia Stephanie Media Group app. That's the KS Media Group app.
Mhm.
Look for it in your Play Store, wherever you download apps. I'm so excited. Brooke, hi.
Hello! Hi!
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy
Yay!
to have you. Let me ask you, how confident do you feel right now?
I feel great, Susan. I feel
Good,
great. Feeling
good,
very confident, feeling very, I know what I'm about to talk about.
good, excellent. Well, in my work, one of the things that I created as a tool is called the confidence marker. And it's just a scale. It's beautiful, but it's just a scale of 1 to 10 about how confident you feel. So I use it to, get people to come to consciousness about the confidence. So I'm happy to always start with that question. So let me ask you, how are you feeling about being an influencer in the KS Media app?
Oh, that's such a great question, Susan. I first off, I love being a part of this app with you, with the other incredible influencers and healers and people just doing amazing, amazing work in the world, right? Like we are connected to a huge group of people just elevating humanity, elevating just the whole expression of, life on this planet. And it's such a beautiful thing. So I'm just maybe that answers the question, but I'm just in awe and my heart is so full. I love being a part of this group. I love just how much we really help each other grow and evolve and become better so that we can help others become better.
I mean, honestly, I have chills
Yeah.
because I really agree. The way that we are growing out,
Yes.
growing bigger, we're not
Hmm.
growing our own pie slices. We're
No.
creating a larger pie.
Yeah.
And that really truly is something that it just really feeds my soul. It's why I'm having you on my live today. I'm so
Ah.
excited to be introducing people to you and to your work. So tell us about being the body whisperer.
Oh, I love this part. Um, Calling myself or being the body whisperer is one of my favorite things. People want to put different titles or labels like, oh, she's a chiropractor, she's a functional medicine doctor, she does this, she does that. But honestly, like the best thing, you know, being having any sort of label is the body whisperer, being able to communicate with the body and having this really organic conversation with it. I think a lot of conventional medicine and even more in the holistic realm, we have a lot of naturopathic doctors who are doing incredible work. But again, they're also looking, just at really static pictures in time. Like a static picture in time would be a lab draw, right? You get lab work done. And in that moment, at that time that the blood was drawn, is what your body was presenting. But there's so many shifts that have happened and so many things that it's been doing since that happened. And so by having this really amazing organic conversation with the human body, with the person, the patient that I'm either working with via telehealth or, lying right there on my table, I'm able to really help them discover the answers that their body already has. The body is so wise beyond our finite understanding. And yeah, it just amazes me every single day. I get chills, I get goosebumps, watching patients after patients after patients just getting massive results by saying, okay, less is more. Let's do
Mm,
what the body is asking for. We don't need to do like 15 different supplements or all this concoctions of these drinks and that. Just give it what it wants and it does the rest of the work. And it's like, oh my gosh.
It's so great. Honestly,
Oh,
I am also a business confidence coach. I am the confidence coach in life and business. And what's happening here is I teach something called intuitive business. And what's happening here for our viewers and our listeners is that your intuition is totally showing itself. I don't know if you saw my eyes kept going off. It's because the energy was so big. Like I had
oh,
to, honestly, I had to look off. And some of what you were saying, I had to mark by looking off to be like, oh, I got to remember that. I got to remember that.
yeah.
So the intuition, the fun, the joy, the passion, it's so great. This is what helps us be confident. Being confident is not about being right all the time or getting it right all the time. Or as I indicated yesterday in my very not somber life, but I was keeping it real. I was having a little bit of a rough day. It's not about being up all the time or whatever. It's about really being in the space of allowing our intuition to come up as the body whisperer.
Mm,
There is a bit of, in your engagement with someone, there's just this intuition that was divinely downloaded first for you, and then it comes back up.
right.
That seems to be, what's happening. And I can tell from the energy, like just shooting out of you right now. You are
Oh,
in the confidence zone in your business. And I love that.
yes, yes. I, Susan, I do want to make a remark about something you mentioned, about how you were showing up yesterday versus how you are today. And confidence isn't about just being up and bubbly and joyful, but it's about showing up real and about being who you are, and kind of, if you're having the rough day, like have the rough day, and being okay with that. I think that I call myself like a recovering introvert. I definitely have my more introvert moments, and I gain my energy by having those times in solitude. And sometimes people who are very extrovert can kind of drain a lot of my energy, so I kind of balance myself in this middle space. But I remember going on camera. I still see videos of me going on camera, and I'm like, um and like
Yeah.
trying to like say what I'm gonna say. And I spent 3 hours to get ready for like a 3-minute video. And I'm like, oh my gosh, the shift and the change, because the shift and the change has happened as a result of like really coming back to myself and learning about who I am. And I think a lot of us struggle with confidence because we're trying to be this perfect person or this perfect picture of a person to the people watching us. And actually, they don't care. I think I actually love seeing imperfect people doing things on camera and on, lives and things like this, because it's like, if they can do that and show up so beautifully and so confidently, I can too.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And as you know, because you were a guest on my podcast,
Yeah.
Webcam Confidence for Women, I mean,
Yeah.
that really is it. It is, that's why I said right away, I could feel the energy, it's the intuition rising. But as women, a lot of times it is called a woman's intuition, but
Yeah.
a lot of times it's stripped away from us, it's suppressed, it's taken away, it's hijacked or whatever. And
Right.
so we and the other influencers in the KS Media app are all in a very deep intuition space. We're not in a perfection space. We
No.
used to be. Most of us are recovering. You said recovering, and I thought you were
Yes.
going to say what I am, which is a recovering type A, right?
Ah.
But
Yeah.
you said recovering introvert, but
Introvert.
most of us are probably recovering type A's in some fashion.
I would
Um,
think so.
Right, but the
Yeah.
authenticity factor, in fact, it's so funny. I'm sure you didn't listen to my live yesterday, but I said exactly, what you talked about is showing up authentically. That is the basis of confidence, and
Mm,
being able to be vulnerable and, being able to be tender with yourself, give yourself a break. This is actually what makes us more confident than the need to impose what we think the external expectations are, the way other people
yes.
see us. So I'm totally all about that. So let me ask you, what has been the most fun thing for you about being in the app?
Most fun thing I think is just being able to easily navigate each and every single one of the other influencers, yourself, and the other amazing, incredible people that we work with. It's all in one space. You're not having to say, go to Susan Axelrod, the confidence coach, her page, click here, do this, do that. It's like go into the app, find Susan in the directories, boom, 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 everything is there, And so I think for me personally, it's been the funnest or the coolest aspect of being in the app is being able to just access everybody's stuff right then and there. And then also being able to direct people to different things.
Yes,
Very
and
seamless, very seamless.
yeah, I totally agree. I made a commitment, as you know, we all did, because
Yep.
we're in business. We all made a
Yep.
commitment to do our part in talking about sharing and marketing the app.
Mm-hmm.
And to be ready for that, I go to the app every day. So I created a habit of having it on my phone. Really, I really did this, and I really go there. And every now and then I just click on anyone and go to
Yep.
the YouTube channel. I watch the podcasts, I read the articles, sometimes if I'm walking the dog, or whatever. And so, yeah, I definitely
Yeah.
agree that really is one of the greatest parts about it. So before we go, please tell us, where can we find you?
So, for one, you can find me and all of my information in the KS Media Group app. Susan mentioned you can find it in the Google Play Store. You can also find it in the Apple App Store. It's on all platforms that are available. Just search KS Media Group. When you get in there, make sure you create an account. My information, all my links to my website, to the podcast, how to work with me, how to connect, my story can all be found there, as well as Susan's information as well. So
I mean,
a
I'm
lot of
laughing
fun.
my ass off. You know why?
Well,
Because it literally, of course, everything I do in my life is totally extemporaneous and totally spontaneous. So,
right.
you and I did not plan this. And,
No.
I just said, just show up and we'll have some fun, which you
Yep.
did. And then when I said to you, how can we find you? I
Yep.
literally, I mean, it's the exact thing that our fearless leader, Cornelia Stephanie, had in mind, where you just said, find me in the app.
Right. Find me there. Right.
Yeah,
It's so
that's
easy.
great.
Like,
Oh, that's so fun. All right. Well,
it's so
listen,
fun.
the whole thing about what you do is really, it's so important to me. I want to be a guest on your podcast.
Yes. Yes.
Please
Yes. Yes.
invite me. I want
Yes.
to do that. I'm unabashedly saying I'm a like a case study for you, which when I talk to you about my story, I'll tell you. So
Okay.
we'll do that. And
We'll definitely do that after this. I'll send you a calendar link and we'll make that happen.
good. Looking
Cool.
forward. I mean, I'm confident enough to be able to say, I want to do that. I want to do that.
Yes.
I want to hear more about what you do. I want to talk to you about my story so that you
Yep.
can learn from my story, and then et cetera, et cetera. So I'm really
Yes.
excited about that. So
Awesome.
listen, thank you. Thank you
So
so
welcome.
much. I
You're
love, love,
so
love
welcome.
that you're in your car, because that was the place that you could do this. We don't worry. We show up as we are, and we have fun in business. So
Yes, we
thank you,
do.
Dr. Brooke. And
You're welcome.
I'll see you on your podcast soon.
All right. Sounds good. See you
All right.
soon. Bye, Susan.
Take care. Bye, everyone.
Bye.